It's no secret for those that know me that I was adopted, and I was adopted by, at the time, he was a pastor, or he actually continued to be a pastor, and a pastor's wife, obviously. And so they brought me in at the age of 8. Before that time, I was with my biological mom, and there was some issues that needed Department of Child Services intervention. They believed that at that time it was unsafe for me to be there, and so they intervened and put me in a position where I would be successful. I would definitely say they never ceased in believing in me. You know, they never failed in pushing me and challenging me and helping me grow into a young adult. They understood that in order for young men like me to be successful, there had to be some guidelines in place. First of all, doing everything out of love, you know, making sure like we care for you. There's no question about that. But we're not going to allow our care for you to blind us in not teaching you structure, you know. And so they definitely gave me an opportunity to really thrive, really, because I felt safe. I felt safe, so there was no, although the trust wasn't fully there, because again, I had to, that's a building process, you know, that was something that had to happen over the years, but I felt safe. The rules that came along and the expectations that came along helped me develop into a young man and really give me that chance to be successful. Now, did I break rules? Again, it's not uncommon for young people to fall into or to be tempted by peers or just by your own desires, you know, and so it was one of those things where I definitely got into mischief, definitely. And there were times where I wanted to use my past as an excuse, and it wasn't that they didn't understand it, because no, they haven't been through it, but it was one of those things where we understand that you've been through chaotic times, but at the same time, we have expectations for you. Some of the reasons that I was pulled from the home, again, was just, I believe, those experiences kind of resemble what some of the kids have been through here. And those experiences have kind of given me that opportunity to really understand them, the emotional toll it takes on a young person. And so because of that understanding, it's given me a chance to reach out to them with that level of understanding, not giving them permission to do anything wrong, but understanding this is why you're where you are. This is why your mindset the way it is. And so just a few of those experiences in my childhood has kind of given me this opportunity to really help them. You know, one big thing is going from my biological family to an adoptive family. It is a different environment, and it's weird, and you don't know who, you know, you can't trust just because you don't know them. And that experience helped me work with the kids here, because being placed in a facility like this, again, it's weird. Whether it's safe or not, I don't know who you are. I don't know the people that are next to me. I don't know my siblings, quote unquote. I don't know who my authority figures are, which in my case was, you know, my adoptive family. So these kids, although they want that safety, they want that structure, they don't trust us because they don't know us. And so I think that experience kind of helped me really hone in, and I understand where you're coming from. This is a unique position that we are in, as we see kids come from all different backgrounds. And a lot of the youth that are placed here, they've been through more than anyone would wish on their worst enemy. You know, the kids that we serve, they come from abusive homes, homes where they had to be the provider. And if you can only imagine being a young person where the world is so big as it is, and you have to be responsible for making sure that your siblings are fed, that your siblings are off to school, you know, and because of the lack of parental guidance there, that's just a part of the kids that we serve here. The majority of the youth that I see here, they've had those experiences, and I mean, it really touches my heart that we even have a facility like we do that reaches out to different cities and reaches out to different communities and says, hey, we can help. Hey, we're here to help. we are here for you. We want to help that young person be successful. And not only with that, we want them to be able to go back into their communities and help their communities be successful. Coming here, it was no surprise to me that I would have to work with children that don't trust you and that will put up walls. So that way that you can't break their heart, and so they build these rocky exteriors and they want to keep you at a certain level. You got to stay this far away from me so that you can't hurt me. And that's the majority of the youth that are placed here. They put those walls up so that they can't be hurt. And so really understanding those boundaries and understanding like, okay, I understand that you have this rocky exterior, but at the same time, I'm here to assist you in learning that there are people that you can trust. Speaking directly about my adoptive family, they took me in and they didn't have to. They accepted me as their own and they did not have to. It wasn't, no one forced them to say, hey, you have to take in James Williams and take him in as your child and adopt him and care for him as if he was your own child. And, just knowing that I owe it to myself, I owe it to the young people that don't, or that had not had that opportunity to really give back. And so because of what they did for me, I want to make sure that I give that opportunity to the young people that are in need.
The Youth Opportunity Center and the children we serve appreciate your support. Your generous contributions will transform the lives of children, their families, and our communities.